A guy like Klay Thompson gonna always have value because shooting it's almost like, I don't want to say routine, but you know what it is, dog. You know, in the cycle, dog, the cycle can be up and the cycle can be down. And right now, bro, he ain't got nothing but upside. That's what makes them scary too,
the thing
bro.
about Klay, and we said this as you got older, his numbers ain't the same. He ain't giving you the 20 every night. But
Understood.
His presence alone, like
That
when
right
you set
there.
a screen with him, you set a fade, you ain't helping off of him.
Facts. And
like,
guess
you know
what?
I'm saying? You ain't.
You in the corner, P, he's sitting right there, you
ain't
gotta
helping
leave
off
him.
him.
That's what I'm saying.
So regardless if he hits shots or not, his presence alone is an impact.
Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? He set a back screen and flare out, you might have two people jumping at him.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Just because it's him,
Right.
regardless of what he's doing now, but his presence is always going to be value to that.
P, when you was in a shooting slump, if you was giving Klay Thompson any advice right now, what are some things that helped you get out of shooting slumps, and what kind of advice would you give Klay Thompson right now?
I think, you know, when you're a great shooter like him and guys who shoot the ball, and I think it's all in between the ears, dog. You know, all you do is get a little more time in the gym. You know, you just put in that extra. Don't beat yourself up with it. You know what I'm saying? Because that type of it'll wear on you when you just beating yourself up. Don't even look at the stats. You don't even look at that you 3 for 9 your last 19, man. You don't even look at all that. You might need to go back and look at some tapes where you went off for like 40 or 50 and just be like, all right, let me see. I remember type of mindset I was in that game. You might have to go back, get your confidence, look at them tapes like, all right, this is what I was on.
Do you play with any mechanics?
Hell no. Really? Hell no for what? Right. You know what you're doing, like riding a bike. Ain't nothing gonna change. You shooting the same, it ain't nothing. Just go back, look at some tapes where you was killing. Be like, all right, I remember that mindset, I remember that muscle memory. It ain't no thing. I ain't even worried about it at some point. Right. I don't even really worry about it.
I want to add on, when I had shooting slumps, a lot of times, Pete, it was about release. I used to play that game, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, shooting versus coming down versus going up.
Yeah.
Looking at front rim versus back rim. And then, you know this, when you lift weights, you gotta shoot, because the weights, I don't even know how to explain this, the weights put on how do I explain this?
It's just to throw you off. When you lift,
it's like when you lift weights and then you go shoot.
When you get stronger, you gotta change. When you get stronger,
you gotta change how you shoot. Like when you, no bullshit. Like when you're younger, you will probably use more arm and more wrist. When you get stronger, you use more fingers. You move more. You're not even. Right. You using more wrist. I'm not even using my whole arm, if I'm being honest. So that's why I was asking P. And then going back and watching those tapes, you get that, you watch your feeling, you watching your body language. Mm-hmm. A lot of times too, when you're in shooting slumps and then when it's mental, man, you're so uptight, you don't understand that your shoulders are high, your breathing is off. Man, when I watch fighters fight and throw a punch, it reminds me of shooters, because the breathing parts and some of the small things that you don't ever hear about that goes into shooting be off. So I want to ask you, if you was giving Klay Thompson any advice right now, it's you and Klay, you hollering, hey, my boy, what's up, boy? Just want to holler. What kind of advice would you give Klay Thompson right now?
Just don't overthink it, you know, because sometimes I'm listening to him in the interviews, how he talking, and you can hear it, you know, so I think he overthinking it. Just don't even think about it. Just like, it's next game. I'm always was like, next shot, next game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I had like 46 in Jersey.
I remember this.
I was 1 for 13.
First half, he was 1 for 14.
Like 1 for 14.
This is Johnny Joe's favorite story.
I was 1 for 14.
This 1 for 14. Hey, listen,
You know,
this the trainer in Boston. He went up to Hobbs, he called him Hobbs. He says, Hobbs, what's going on? You 1 for 14. He says, oh, we got another half.
No.
What'd you tell him?
Nah, but look, I was like, man, I'm missing, but they all felt good.
It felt good.
I thought
like,
they was all. You know, when you shoot the ball, you know it's going in when you release it.
Draws.
You know how many times you shoot it. You know, it's like when Steph Curry shoot it, he turn around, he know it's going in because you know that
hit front rim. You counting those, hey?
I'm counting those. Like, damn.
I almost hit that.
Like it felt good. You know, it feel good. I was like, you know how sometimes we have them games where you shooting it don't feel good and it's just off. Man, every shot I missed, it felt good. I was like confident it was going in. I was like, oh, hell no.
Kids, do not count almost makes at home. Those are not makes.
Nah, these was makes. I looked at them as makes.
Boom, front rim, boom.
I didn't feel off. Look, I was 1 for 14 and I didn't feel off.
It's like, man.
I was like, what?
Man, I'm good.
I'm like, something wrong with this rim, dog.
So Pete,
something wrong with this rim. This can't be 10 feet.
46 or 48 came in the second half, And in that stretch, you were 12 of 18 in the final 29 minutes of the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
As well.
I started 1 for 14.
I'm not seeing that.
No, I saw that.
It was like 1 for 13.
Johnny Joe showed it. 1 for 13,
you
1
had
for
2
12.
points in the first half. That,
Yeah.
You weren't doing that well.
Yeah, 1 for 14. I was like, damn, something wrong with this goddamn
So you
rim.
think he
This wasn't-
overthinking it?
Yeah, he overthinking. He too great of a shooter. One of the greatest shooters to ever play. You overthinking it. Come
Then
on,
too,
man.
you got to be, I don't want to say arrogant, but you got to be arrogant right now. Like, I'm Klay Thompson, right? You got to talk yourself into it.
Right.
Man, I would be in the huddle, and would be looking at me. I'm like, I'm the best in here. Man, I'm the best in this, I'm the best in this. And be like, man, this and no bull. If you hear something, just like if you sexy or you think you win, you fresh, you tell yourself enough, bro, you'll start to believe that. Next thing you know, I'm not beat. You know what I'm saying? Can't I hit the time out? I'm going crazy. Right. So believe that affirmation. Tell yourself that. You tell yourself that. You look yourself in the mirror. You'll start to believe that. Straight up.
Right.
Straight up. And then if you can close your eyes and see yourself doing it, oh no. Now you're doing it. You seeing it. Straight up, man. I know everybody sits here and watch the game, and it's just like a guy running up, catch the ball, shoot. Man, there's so many intricate things that go into the game. Another thing I was thinking too, P, I know he's not as healthy as he wants to be. Maybe some of those ailments, when you got a hurt foot or you got a hurt knee, you ain't getting that. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't even I think the biggest thing with him is an adjustment in his role too.
Yeah, because now he's something that he's never been here, P.
Yeah,
He's
so now
declined.
you go from like the number 2 option to now you getting less minutes and less shots and less calls. So it's hard for him to get in the flow like he used to. So now he got to get used to that. You know what I'm saying? That's another obstacle when you have to change your role. You got to be like, all right, I go from shooting 16, 17, 18 shots a game to now I'm getting 10, 12. That's an adjustment people don't get.
It's declining because you got a teammate that's getting better. Kuminga is getting better. They going to him in the fourth. Klay ain't even playing in the fourth.
That's
an
what I'm saying.
adjustment.
That's the adjustment. So it's a mental adjustment and a rhythm adjustment. Because you be like, all right, I ain't tripping on missing these because I'm gonna get the ball. I'm gonna get my rhythm. So now you got to be more of a sniper now. You got to be like, all right, I got to be more precise, opportunist to when my play get called. I got to be ready. Because them same opportunities ain't there no more. So that mental and adjustment within the system, you got to get used to, and that's a big adjustment, dog.
Man, when this comes together, listen, because Kuminga is getting into this role of used to being in the fourth. He's understanding now responsibility of the ball, right? He's playing like that player we expected him to play.
Yeah.
Klay is going to, man, I'm telling you, the cycle going to come up, bro, when they hit the playoffs, bro, and they all up. Bro, ain't nobody gonna want to. They gonna be like the Lakers, bro. You ain't gonna want to see these motherfuckers right here.
Because they gonna come in with presence.
Presence.
That's what I said. If you
top
who
tier
at the top? If you Minnesota and you OKC, the 2 teams you don't want to see in the first round is the Lakers
or the
Golden State Warriors.
Facts.
For the simple fact they didn't have deep playoff runs and they superstars is superstars who know how to will their team to victories.
Or do you want that?
I mean.
Or do you want that?
In order.
Hey, it ain't no easy nothing in this league,
Yeah, absolutely. In order to be, top dog, you got to beat the top dogs.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So maybe guys like Edwards and Shea saying it's my turn. So, it's something's got to give. Something got to give, and this is what I want to see personally.
Facts.
Is this going to be the changing of the guard, or is the big dogs still going to let them know that they still the big dogs?
This my block. I was on this block before y'all.
All right, before Marlo came. Marlo came then. Barksdale and then was there, then Marlo came.
Marlo showed up.
Then Marlo showed up, dog.
Right. Shout out to Marlo. Right.